For all the best boxing content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and punch that bell for notifications.
Ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's final bout, let me introduce to you some of our esteemed members of the New York State Athletic Commission. First of all, the chairman is Ron Scott Stevens. The executive deputy commissioner is Hugo Spindola. The deputy commissioner at ringside is Ray Licasio. Tony Villano is the deputy commissioner. Bob Limerick is the secretary to the deputy commissioner. Director of boxing, Ralph Petrillo. Chief inspector is Bob Wall, and the press secretary, Tim Donovan. Also behind me tonight, he is the supervisor and president of the NABA, George Martinez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DiBella Entertainment and HDNet's Broadway Boxing, brought to you by Mohegan Sun from the Mid-Hudson Civic Center right here in Poughkeepsie, New York. Tonight's fights are promoted by DiBella Entertainment in association with Northeast Promotions and sponsored by Turner Construction and HBO Sports. This bout, of course, is sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commissioner. The chairman is Ron Scott Stevens. The referee for this bout tonight, Benji Estevez Jr. Our judges, Fred Ucci, Tom Schreck, and George DeGabriel. And the doctors at ringside, Osric King, Rick Weinstein, and Arthur Rouse. Now it is time for 12 rounds of welterweight boxing for the NABA Championship. Introducing to my left, fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing red trunks trimmed with blue and yellow. Weighed in at 147 pounds, a record of 17-1, with 11 wins by way of knockout. From Paterson, New Jersey, Luis Morochito Hernandez. And to my right, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing black trunks. Came in at a ready 145.5 pounds, undefeated with a record of 17-0-1, with 10 wins by way of knockout. He is Chris the Mechanic Smith.
All right, Chris, I want you to obey my commands at all times. Me obedezca las reglas todo tiempo. Protect yourself at all times. Protégete a todo tiempo. Deseo suerte. I want to wish you luck. Touch him up. God bless you.
All right, 12 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division for the NABA Welterweight Championship. That's Luis Morochito Hernandez, 17-1. Trains out of Paterson, New Jersey by way of Ecuador, and Chris Smith, the champion, 17-0-1, round number 1. And what should we pay attention to early on in this fight, Brian?
If Chris is dictating the pace. He loves to dictate pace. He loves to stay aggressive, fill his opponent out, but at the same time, do it aggressively. He has pugilists on his trunks, which means he understands the sport. So he looks comfortable. He knows what to do.
And I think Hernandez has to just press the action. He has to come in. He gets wild at times because he's very aggressive and he loops his punches. But he's got to put some pressure on Chris, because if he doesn't, Chris is going to fall into a nice pattern of throwing that jab, and then going to combinations.
Back on May 7th, Hernandez lost a 10-round unanimous decision against Paul Williams, who improved his record to 22-0. Williams, a 6'1" southpaw, dominated the fight with jab and movement, and won by a score of 190. There's a right hand landed by Hernandez, swinging wildly. Smith looks like he's in a little trouble, just holding on.
He caught him a couple of times. There's the pressure by Hernandez. He's got to be in there. He's got nothing to lose.
Hernandez using a lot of energy in the first round. Smith just covering up. Now Smith comes forward, and Hernandez ties him up.
And Hernandez, through all that flurrying, was open for a right hand, but Chris didn't have the time to throw it.
Now Smith starts to work his way in as the aggressor.
Actually, I knew the fight would go like this, but the key is what would Hernandez do when Chris Smith stands up to his power?
Hernandez compared to Carlos Mayorga. Wild puncher with power. Chris Smith, as they call him, the mechanic, is a technician. He was disappointed in the way he fought back on April 22nd against Darian Ford with a unanimous 8-round decision. But wanted to be more exciting. And a low blow by Hernandez.
And Hernandez is looping his punches, and Chris needs to step back and shoot a straight jab, bring the right behind it, start throwing that volume of punches that he's known for.
The thing is, Chris don't look too comfortable right now.
No, he doesn't.
Well, he's fighting an unorthodox fighter, a sharp right hand on the chin, and Hernandez is in trouble.
He wobbled, and Chris went right to the belly right after that.
Hernandez backing up after taking an aggressive stand early, and there's Smith working the body.
As I said, what's plan B? Chris Smith stands up to his strength, then what will he do?
End of round 1. Smith scoring at the end of the round. Second round scheduled for 12 between Chris Smith in black and Luis Hernandez in red for the NABA Welterweight Championship. Smith, the champion, has defended his title 2 consecutive times in the punch stats. There's a short hook by Hernandez getting in. Smith continuing to jab to the body.
Nice right hand by Chris.
Hook by Hernandez, puts together punches, mostly blocked by Smith. There's another straight right hand to the body, and after a while, that'll take all the wind out of you.
See, Chris is coming forward, trying to work the body, as you said, go back up to the head. Hernandez just trying to flurry, just throw a lot of punches as fast as he can, so Chris can't see him coming.
Nothing fancy. Chris Smith just works and works and works.
Right hand blocked by Hernandez.
Early in the second round, actually, Hernandez looks like he's slowing up a little.
He certainly does. Right hook followed by a left hook by Hernandez, got in, but Smith continues to come forward. Chris Smith cutting off the ring now.
Let's see if Chris goes to the body a little more. Nice headshots though by Chris.
Chris, stop with the kidney blows. Come on now. I ain't playing now.
Hernandez is now starting to wait for Chris. And if you wait back and let Chris get off, good night.
There's a straight right hand getting in for Hernandez. Smith jumps right back on him though. Hernandez looks a little tired already. Great body shots now, with the left hook getting behind the elbow for Hernandez. Hernandez punching hard. Smith wobbling a bit in the middle of the ring.
Chris Smith's legs are starting to go wide, which isn't a good sign. He might have been buzzed again.
Oh! A left hook drops Luis Hernandez.
Out of nowhere.
A sharp left hook, and he goes down.
Nice counter punch, nice counter punch. Hernandez looks a little confused.
40 seconds to go. Smith continues. Hernandez swinging wildly, using a lot of energy.
The thing is, Hernandez swings. If you notice, both hands are down. No defense.
You can be countered easily. There's that left hook digging to the midsection by Chris Smith. Right hand over the top lands.
For the hook, the right hand is down at the side.
Closing moments of an exciting second round. Another right hand, and Hernandez in trouble at the end of the round. Here's another look at the knockdown.
Chris Smith sets himself. More of a chopping over the shoulder kind of shot. Caught him up on the off balance and dropped him. That's a knockdown.
Third round. And how do you have it scored so far?
I have it 19-18 for Chris Smith.
I have that as well.
Left hook gets in for Smith. Another left hook. Smith. But Hernandez backs him off with the double jab. Hernandez doing an excellent job, Ryan, of going to Chris Smith's body.
He is, but the thing about Hernandez, he's throwing body shots, but he's standing straight up. Chris Smith just has to counter. Take his time and counter. The shot is there all day. See, no defense.
But you know what? Hernandez is awkward. He's tough. And he's got his work cut out for him. He's going to have to chop him down. He's got to throw punches and bunches, as they say, a lot of combinations. And be careful because, as Brian said, he's standing right in front of him, which isn't the right position, but he's winging those shots.
And in the locker room,
right hand buckles Hernandez.
There goes my theory.
And Hernandez is in trouble again.
But he keeps punching, but he's standing in front of Chris Smith.
Hernandez, a wild hook. Smith just waiting to counter him. You can see it coming.
Wide and slow.
There's the uppercut, and Hernandez wisely holds on.
Minute 32 to go in this third round. A lot of time for Chris Smith.
Surprisingly, Chris hasn't worked the body as much as I thought he would.
Left hand straight in.
Good
and
lesson.
Hernandez goes back to the ropes.
Good lesson. Chris jabs his way in. Chris Smith throws a right hand behind it. And here comes Hernandez trying to fight back.
Hernandez trying to hold on now with 1:07 to go. Smith will have no part of it. Smith continuing to stalk. Hernandez fighting off his back foot. And a good hook getting in, followed by a double jab by Hernandez. What a couple of rounds. The first three excellent here.
And the thing about it, Hernandez is moving backwards. He's still throwing punches, but he's moving backwards now.
In a straight line.
Yes.
Right in front of Chris Smith. Smith, tight defense. Hernandez, left hook, right hand. Mostly blocked by Hernandez.
Hernandez slowing down just a bit. Take a good shot by Chris. That wobbled him. I don't know if Hernandez is going to try and buy time with this, but the tape is coming off both gloves.
Left hook, right hook. Right hook again, getting in for Hernandez. And here comes Smith. A right hook again, a left hook by Hernandez. This Ecuadorian is ready to fight. Left hook by Smith.
We got a
right
fight.
hook by Hernandez. And we got a fight.
We got a fight, guys.
Hell of a
We got a fight.
nice fight. That was about 35, 40 seconds of solid action.
This is what they paid their money for. We have a fight.
What did I say? He was breathing heavy. He was getting out of gas.
Hernandez showed a lot of heart that round.
He certainly did, but how much does he have left?
Well,
Take
here
a
you
look.
see Chris Smith trying to overcome some of these punches by Hernandez. Hernandez would not give an inch. He just kept throwing punches with that right hand, kept bringing that right hand over and over, had Chris Smith in a defensive situation. Here comes Chris Smith trying to come back. Hernandez would not have any of it. Nice flurry at the end of the round, all by Hernandez. Tough fighter. If he's like Mayorga, I don't have a cigarette or a can of beer to give him when this is over.
But what I noticed about that, Chris Smith blocked 3 shots and was expecting Hernandez to stop punching. Hernandez never stopped punching.
Well, remember, according to the pre-fight plan by Chris Smith and his camp, they expect to get Hernandez out of there between 6 and 8. And Hernandez has used a lot of energy. He's thrown a lot of punches as we begin round number 4.
I thought this fight might go to distance. And there's the tape problem. But I thought this fight would go to distance.
And look at the punch stats, 3-3.
145 punches. Hernandez is just letting it all hang out. But Chris Smith is landing at 51%, means he's not throwing as much, but he's more accurate.
How do you have it scored so far?
I got it even, 28 all.
Same thing here, 28 all.
Giving the...
With the knockdown, Hernandez suffered an 8-point round with the knockdown.
So here we go, round number 4. Chris Smith in a war with Luis Morochito Hernandez, who wants to become the first Ecuadorian welterweight champion. Wild left hook missing, and
made him pay.
He made him pay with the left hook, now going to the body, and Hernandez tripping over the advertisements in the ring. Now Hernandez, his punch is blocked by Smith on his gloves. Oh, tough right hook to the body by Hernandez. Smith not answering. Smith just waiting.
Chris walked into some punches now. Chris is trying to pull a Pernell Whitaker by dipping down. He needs to step back to get out of Hernandez's punching range. Work behind the jab instead of trying to fight him on the inside.
But I think Chris was rattling a little there.
I think you're right.
The thing about it, he keeps a stone face, and he tries to throw his opponent off, but I think he was rattled.
I think his eyes are giving him away. He looks concerned.
There's a left jab landing for Smith. Three-punch combination getting in for Hernandez. But he's keeping that right hand down.
Nice.
And there's a left hook. Another left hook. Another left hook by Smith. Hernandez in excellent condition. 1:04 to go. He starts to back up as Smith moves in.
Seeing Chris over the years, he's more of a body attacker. Really haven't thrown too many body shots today.
Why not?
I think the expectation of him getting a knockout, trying to live up to the expectation of the 6-round knockout.
And there he is. He's going to the body now. And every time he does, and you're very astute, Hernandez ties him up.
Hernandez fighting much smarter than I thought he would.
There's that left hook followed by a right uppercut getting in for Smith. Changes the southpaw.
Oscar Suarez has done a great job with Hernandez.
Body shots getting in for Hernandez. Left hook block, right hook block.
Chris trying to come on again.
End of the fourth. You're watching Broadway Boxing. Round 5 scheduled for 12 for the NABA Welterweight Championship. Chris Smith, the champion in black, against Luis Hernandez, a game challenger in red. Smith 17-0-1, Hernandez 17-1. And who do you like so far?
Right now, I got to go with Hernandez because he looks like he's uncontrolled. If Chris Smith can get that right hand working behind the jab, he could pull it off. Right now, it's anybody's fight, to be honest with you, because as Chris starts to come on, it seems to spur on Hernandez, and he starts throwing those punches. Chris is going to have to time a straight right hand when Hernandez starts looping those shots.
I think Chris Smith is allowing Hernandez to punch himself out, and he will start to attack him from 6 through 9. He wants Hernandez to do exactly what he's doing right now, and that's throw a lot of punches. Smith always in excellent condition, and he is taking a beating right now here in round number 5.
Chris has to be careful. Chris Smith has to look out for an overhand right. A different kind of overhand right because Hernandez is swiveling and pivoting from his waist and just bringing that right just like that.
There's a right hook
and again.
Another one. Hernandez just sprawling. It's a serious street fight for Luis Hernandez.
We may be looking for more fighters out of Ecuador.
No doubt about it. 31 years old, trains in Patterson, New Jersey. Smith, though, continues to march forward after Hernandez gives him everything he has.
But Chris is just following him. He's got to jab his way in there to set up the right hand. When you don't have power, we talked about all the punches he throws, all the combinations, the volume. We're not seeing it yet, and he's letting Hernandez dictate right now with these swinging barn doors. Just keep going upside the head of Chris Smith.
Hernandez tying up Smith now with a minute to go in the 5th round. Hernandez slowing down a bit. There's a lead left hook blocked by Luis Hernandez as he continues to move backwards. Smith faking the jab.
He caught
the right hand catches him right on the ear, but Hernandez doesn't bat an eye. Another right hand right on the chin by Smith. A left jab getting in for Chris Smith.
And this is where Hernandez usually picks up the pace.
And here he comes. Left hook, right hook. Luis Hernandez. And Smith, no emotion on his face, continues to come in. 18 seconds remaining in the 5th round.
Both guys just throwing home run shots now.
5 seconds.
The 5th round coming to an end. and we've got a war here in Poughkeepsie. Luis Hernandez outlanded Chris Smith in power shots 26-13 in the 5th round. As we begin the 6th, and this is where Smith said that he would start to come on and drop Hernandez between the 6th and 9th round. And let's take a look at the punch stats in the 5th round.
Hernandez landed 39 to Smith's 19. Percentage was for Hernandez, so good round for Hernandez, doing very well.
1-2, getting in, followed by a straight right hand to the body.
I want to see what Hernandez has in his gas tank, because he's been sitting in his corner, legs straight out, breathing very, very hard. It reminds me of an expensive car that E comes on, which means you're running out of gas. We're going to see what happens.
And our Brian Adams is standing by with Tracy Harris-Patterson.
Tracy, local Hudson Valley former junior lightweight champion. You enjoying the action tonight?
Yes, I am, especially this one that's going on right now. It's an action-filled fight. Both guys look like they trained hard, they're in good condition, and they're trying hard to win. And that's what you like to see out here in these fights.
Well, you are an all-out exciting fighter, but you're also versatile. You can box and slug. I love your awards with the Toro Gotti. What are you doing these days?
Well, right now, I'm looking for young fighters. I'm a trainer now. I'm looking to pick a couple of good young fighters up and give them some of the skills that I have.
Okay, well, enjoy the action. We in your hometown. Back to you guys at ringside.
All right, Chris Smith starting to come on now.
What did I tell you before we went to Brian? I think that E-light is on. He's running out of gas.
He certainly is. This was the strategy all along, and Smith is lighting him up. But here comes Hernandez, refusing to dive. 1 minute and 8 remaining, a left hook. Missing by Smith.
I'd like to see Chris go to the body with that left hook, because the opening's there.
And that would take every drop of the octane away from Hernandez.
Chris just walking into some shots. I never saw him get hit so much.
He's not afraid of Hernandez's punch at all. Here comes Smith again, straight ahead. They call him the mechanic. He's under the hood right now. Left hook, overhand right getting in. Now Hernandez answers. 30 seconds to go.
Mechanic indeed. Hernandez might need a new clutch by tonight.
Hernandez breathing heavily. And now he holds on with 10 seconds remaining in the 6th round. Hernandez trying to survive here. And he does.
There you see Chris tracking him down, working behind the left jab. Hernandez starting to run out of gas. Chris keeps his composure, looking for the big shot right toward the end.
And it must be frustrating for Hernandez as we begin round number 7 to hit Chris Smith with what he's hit him with tonight. And he continues to look him right in the eye and move forward.
That can be very discouraging, guys. Very discouraging. You land your best punch on your opponent, he just look at you and move forward. That's very discouraging.
And Hernandez wobbling back to the ropes. Smith smelling blood now.
But Hernandez still game in there, throwing shots. Trying to line up with a one big shot to try and keep Chris Smith off.
But Tony, Gus, not to take anything away from Hernandez, but what I see here is not so much what Hernandez is doing, is what Chris Smith isn't doing.
Which is?
Chris Smith, he's not sticking to what makes him the mechanic. You know, aggressiveness, high volume punches. He's headhunting. No jabs at all. Very little jabs he's throwing.
It is surprising to go to the head so early. He should be working the body.
He's not bending his knees on the inside. He's standing right there in front of Hernandez. He's getting caught with shots because he's trying to block and counter.
There's an uppercut landing for Hernandez.
Brian brought up a good point. How come Chris should be on the outside working that jab instead of trying to slug on the inside? I want to know why.
He said he wanted this to be an exciting fight.
Oh.
He has friends and family in attendance, and he is looking for the dramatic win this evening instead of the decision after a disappointing win in his eyes against Darian Ford on April 22nd, an 8-round unanimous decision.
As a boxer, you know, you say there's no pressure and you're relaxed and every fight is the same. But when you get in there, it's a different world. You know, Chris, his first televised main event, he wants to prove to everybody that he's in the elite.
And basically, the bottom line is they don't pay big money to fighters that go to decision. There's a right hook getting in for Smith. 49 seconds remaining. Uppercut, no. Hernandez counters with a straight right hand.
He ain't listening to us. He just keeps coming back and coming back.
Looks like Hernandez has caught his second win here in the 7th round.
Let's see if Smith can just take the wind out of him.
Not going to the body as usual, Chris Smith.
And 2 punches at a time. 1, 2 punches. Where's the combination?
Oh, nice right coming in.
He's not spinning off. He's going straight back.
Good
now
point.
Hernandez leaning on him. 15 seconds to go in round 7, scheduled for 12. Left hook blocked by Hernandez. Left hook, right hand, scoring for Smith. And he had him at the end of the round, and Hernandez tackles him. Hernandez at the end of the round out of gas. What a fight. So take a look at the double knockdown or the tackle at the 50-yard line by Hernandez.
Looked like a first down.
And that is a tackle out of exhaustion by Luis Hernandez. Round number 8.
Hernandez very slow off his stool.
Yeah, it certainly was. Smith still. Now he's using that jab, doubling it up. Working his way in. Left hook blocked by Hernandez. Smith may have gotten a piece, and here are the total punch stats through 7 rounds.
Smith is really picking up his percentage, landing some good shots in there.
Well, here's a straight-up jab, getting in, sending Hernandez back to the ropes.
The thing about it, Hernandez is exhausted. He looks exhausted. But Chris is making it easy for him. He's standing in front of him, making it easy for Hernandez.
What should he do? Oh,
just like that.
Right.
Step around and throw punches. Keep stepping. Don't stand in front of him. Don't lay there. Keep stepping around, throw punches, and work the body. The guy's exhausted.
So body punches at this point could really take a toll on Luis Hernandez.
2 good body punches that come up top on the head.
Just Hernandez has slowed down a lot.
He's fighting in spurts because Chris is allowing him to fight in spurts. No jabs coming from Chris.
And there's a uppercut to the solar plexus by Smith.
But he threw 2 punches. 1, 2, and he stopped.
You see Hernandez is throwing his punches. Doesn't have the same power he had, and I think he's hurt him.
He hurt him here. Smith.
But no body punch.
Moving in for the finish. There's a body shot. Hernandez answers, tries to hold on. Smith won't have it. A minute 16 to go. Left hook scoring for Smith.
Hernandez now just holding on. He can't keep him off him. He's really exhausted.
But Chris is laying in front of him and allowing him to grab. Laying in front of him. Step around.
Smith working the free hand.
I'd like to see Chris with a good left hook to the belly.
I would like to see Chris feint as if he's moving in, take a half step backwards and throw a hook. Hernandez is also open for the uppercut.
He's open for a lot of things, but he's making me just nervous the way he's just slowing down.
Hands down.
Yeah.
But he is definitely got the heart of a champion. Hernandez refusing to quit. Smith doesn't have to worry about this young man not fighting him.
No, he came to fight all right.
Hernandez backed up into the corner.
Slipped on the water, looked like.
Legs giving out. 19 seconds to go. Smith with a golden opportunity here to jump right on him. Hernandez is out of gas. Hernandez out of gas. Smith not letting up.
He's fighting on heart alone.
Yes, he is, and fumes. There's a body shots now.
That's what you need to do. He's loading up, though.
Round number 9. And some water spilling out of the red corner, Chris Smith's corner.
If I was Reggie Ford, Chris Smith's trainer, I would tell him bend your knees, get your range, and just work the body this round.
Hernandez trying to start quickly here. Putting his punches together, getting through. Now backing up. Here comes Smith. Left hook, a big one. Another right hand by Smith. Everything landing now. Hernandez in trouble at the beginning of the 9th round. Uppercut, wobbles him, and he goes down.
They're counting that as a knockdown?
It should be.
Yes,
it is.
Because he caught him with a punch.
But his legs are gone, though. At this point, his legs are gone from fatigue.
Any kind of off-balance shot's might drop him.
Here comes the mechanic in for the kill. Misses a wild lunging left hook. That could have ended everything.
Just needs to go to the body, just to the body. Even his corner's yelling, where's that body?
He's been doing this long enough to know exactly what he should be doing right now.
Hernandez still punching. 1:50 to go in the 9th. Great right uppercut, left hook combination by Hernandez. And that stops Smith in his tracks. Now he throws the left hook to the body. That's gotta hurt Hernandez.
That's the shot.
This is where Chris should take a step back, work the jab, go right to the body, come inside that way. Don't just lean on the guy.
Scheduled for 12 rounds. We're in the 9th for the NABA Welterweight Championship. Chris Smith, the champion, in the black. Luis Hernandez, the challenger, in the red.
Hernandez's legs are not stable. Chris should make him come at him now.
He just had him there.
Hernandez come forward. His legs isn't steady enough to stand still.
Should just throw one good left shot, left hand right to the body, right to the ribs.
There's a straight right hand getting in.
Oh, and caught him.
Hernandez stumbling. 49 seconds left.
Although Chris Smith is coming on, I personally don't like it. He's throwing one punch at a time.
There's a right uppercut to the body, but Hernandez splits the defense and gets his uppercut in.
Hernandez is just throwing, trying to land anything.
That's all he can do right now.
Where's the jab? Should be jabbing his way in.
But Rise Hernandez, I know what Hernandez is going through.
Left hook, right hand, Hernandez, knees buckles.
You find your heart out and your opponent has all the energy.
Round number 10, scheduled for 12 for the NABA Welterweight Championship. Chris Smith and Luis Hernandez. Smith in black, Hernandez in red.
Hernandez, I'm wondering how much more can he take? What, no, missing a mouthpiece? He missed the mouthpiece. Not good.
Reggie Ford forgetting to put in Chris Smith's mouthpiece. Now Smith goes back to work. As you take a look at the punch stats through 9, Smith landing 39% and Hernandez 34%. Hernandez has gotten his second win here in the 10th round. He looks different.
Master Suarez telling him to get in there and following the instructions.
Reggie Ford reiterated what we were saying here at ringside. He don't want Chris Smith standing in front of him trying to catch punches. You know, work, throw combinations. Chris Smith is just too concerned about counterpunching.
And I never thought of him as an inside fighter, and he's fighting, he's winning, but he's fighting inside. Sooner or later, you got to fight inside, so he's showing something, but I still think...
There's a right hand
that's
as
the
he
key.
pivots to his right.
That's the key, step around. Not stand in front of him or go straight back. Right there, you should be stepping around.
Hernandez is open for the uppercut and the left hook. Nice little spin move by Chris Smith.
But no body punches.
You know, I think Chris could close the show with an uppercut. The way Hernandez is leaning forward.
Hernandez has so much heart. He has so much heart. He's fighting on heart alone right now.
That can be dangerous sometimes.
but he definitely won't go home ashamed.
Chris Smith, not known as a puncher. He's had all kinds of opportunities to finish Luis Hernandez this evening. Here's a left hook. Hernandez in trouble, and he's not answering.
Now step back.
Both fighters fatigued.
There's the uppercut by Smith.
Body, where's the body from?
It comes from Hernandez as he ties him up. There's another left hook. Uppercuts, right hand, body shots. A right hand to the body, 30 seconds to go.
All Chris Smith, all headshots, no body work. Hernandez just, he's taken enough of a beating. I don't see the point of this going on anymore, I really don't. He's fighting his heart out. He's just nothing left anymore.
But he continues to respond. This fight isn't over.
I guess
Hernandez is game.
I guess they feel he has a puncher's chance.
Certainly does. The end of round 10. This is Broadway boxing. Round number 11, scheduled for 12 for the NABA Welterweight Championship. Chris Smith in the black trunks, the champion, and Luis Hernandez in the red trunks, the challenger. And this has been a brutal fight from the very beginning.
It has been. Hernandez started very fast. He really scored some good shots against Chris Smith. Chris Smith couldn't figure out his offense. Traded with him a lot. Chris started to come on, get his second win early in the fight.
Oh, and that buckles Hernandez again. He may be done right now. Blood flowing from the nose of Luis Hernandez. He continues to punch, but he's one punch away from being done for the evening.
But
Smith moving in.
I want Benji Estevez to stop this fight. There's no reason. No need to go on anymore. He's too far behind and he's just out of it. See? That's enough. He shouldn't fight anymore.
Blood coming from the mouth and the nose of Hernandez. And I'm starting to agree with you, Tony. He could get hurt right now.
There's too many shots. Even though he's punching back, there's no power behind him. I think he's going to go as far as he can. I talked about the gas tank being empty. It's empty. He's on fumes. That's not good.
There's a right hook from Smith. So much heart by this Luis Hernandez. He is so courageous.
Speaking from experience, though, you never want to give up. You always feel that you're in the fight. And I'm quite sure that's how Hernandez feels.
And Hernandez lands a big can-opening right hand. Blood trickling from the right eye of Smith. 1:07 to go.
Chris still coming forward. No body works. All headshots.
There's a right hand.
That's enough. It's really enough now.
Body shots by Smith. Blood just falling out of the mouth of Hernandez. His nose as well. 40 seconds to go. Stumbling in the ring.
No legs.
Hernandez, what a valiant effort. He wants to finish this fight, and he wants to finish it on his feet.
He's definitely trying. Still 23 seconds to go. He's still punching back, but it's not with the shots behind it, not with the authority. Every once in a while he gets a good one.
And comes Smith as Hernandez. One more left as he gets off his stool slowly.
This is going to be it.
He doesn't actually know where he's at.
He's going to give it all he's got. And he's just trying to throw punches, but it's throwing a lot of punches early. Punch that from the last round. All Smith, 49% to 22. 31 landed to 12 landed by Hernandez.
Hernandez winging, trying to stay close to Smith and hold on, but he's got to do it for 3 minutes.
I have him up. I have Chris Smith up 107, 101.
Smith now showing signs of fatigue. with blood coming over his right eye, coming out of a cut over his right eye. Oh! Hernandez buckled. Somehow he stayed up. Unbelievable chin.
He's in tremendous shape. Tremendous conditioning.
Here comes Smith. A left hook. Body shots. Hernandez refuses the fall. What heart and grit and determination by Luis Hernandez.
This is where the people around you need to step in and stop this fight.
He's one of the toughest fighters, and that's where the trouble starts, when your heart is too big.
I like to always say, after a while, it's no longer heart, it's called stupidity.
Chris Smith is still trying to do his thing, and Hernandez is trying to just plant himself. I just want Hernandez to get through this round. He's a tough, tough guy. Probably too tough for his own good. Chris still trying to throw that uppercut, but I still think he'd go to the body. Might make him take a knee.
Hernandez just exhausted. Smith still coming. Been a test of wills by both of these men today. Here's a body shot. Hernandez holding on. Oh, he stays on his feet. And this fight is going to go down as one of the great ones in Poughkeepsie on Broadway Boxing. 34 seconds to go. Luis Hernandez hell-bent on finishing on his feet.
He's taking hellacious shots at this point.
Oh, he falls out of the ring.
He falls right into a punch that, guys.
And he goes back in, gets up on his feet. What a competitor. What a competitor.
And it's stopping, thank
goodness. They are stopping the fight. What a fight by Smith and Hernandez. Here's another look at it. And remember, there was some wetness in the red corner. And the crowd very appreciative of the effort put forth by both of these men.
Again, a tremendous fight here tonight by both competitors. On the advice of the doctor at 2:31 of the 12th and final round, the winner, he remains undefeated, now 18-0, and he holds on to his NABA championship. Give it up for Chris the Mechanic